My name's Kanishka Raffel. I'm the Dean of Sydney and I exercise ministry here at St Andrew's Cathedral. I was brought up as a Buddhist. My mother's family were Sinhalese Buddhists. My father's family, also from Sri Lanka, but descended from the Europeans. They were of Christian background. And so as a child, my mother kind of was responsible for the religious upbringing of the children, and we were raised in Buddhism. My name was actually given to me by the chief monk of the London Buddhist Vihara. I was born in London, and he picked the name, and it is the name of a 6th century king in northern India around Kashmir, and he was responsible for a revival of Buddhism. Kanishka III, actually. So, yes, in my family there was disappointment about my conversion to Christ, and even a sense that somehow I'd kind of failed my namesake. I became a Christian through God's grace, but the immediate way in which it happened was that I had a conversation with a friend. I asked him about his Christian faith. He said he had lost control of his life to Jesus Christ. I was a practicing Buddhist at the time, and if Buddhism is anything, it is a program, a highly disciplined program of self-perfection, self-salvation. The Buddha was said to have taken 500 lives to achieve enlightenment. So it's a project that is going to go on for a very long time. And so at the particular time of my life, when I was about 21, I was kind of more serious about my Buddhism than I ever had been previously. And it was very much about achieving mental, spiritual, physical control of my environment and relationships, and especially my inner life. So it was quite breathtaking to have a Christian friend whom I respected and admired, and to have him say something like that. I've lost control of my life to Jesus. Anyway, at the end of that conversation, he offered me some reading material, which turned out to be Mark's Gospel and John's Gospel. And I was particularly struck by the person of Jesus. A couple of times in the Gospel, John says, "At this, the people were divided." And the Lord allowed me to see that I was a person who was against Jesus. And coming to a recognition that that was true, I found myself asking myself, why are you against Jesus? And in the end, I couldn't think of any good reasons. And so I did feel compelled to Christ at that point. And that's how I became a Christian. What is it like to lose control of your life to Jesus? The illusion is that we are ever in control of our lives. So we're either going to serve the interests of Christ in the way of Christ, or we're going to serve his enemies. And so, as Bob Dylan said, you've got to serve somebody. So serve Jesus. And of course, to be controlled by the Spirit of Jesus is the very best thing for a human being. It's the very best way to be a human being.